Hello. Hello. Hi. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Manu, Ronit, Tamiz, Harshi, Shakira. Good morning, everyone. Hello. How are you today? Hello. Hi. Hi, Sarika. Hi, Ronit. Hi, Nidhi. Atidhi. Hello. 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 Good morning, everyone. So, today we'll start Quant. Okay. So in today's lecture, first we will see some basics you need to know before starting quant, है ना? Some of the basics which are required in each and every chapter, right? That is bare minimum sentences to equations, है ना? How to assume things. Those things are very important for you to attempt any question in quant. In most of the questions in quant, to solve anything, you need to assume some things. So what to assume, right? How to assume? What are the conditions you can face while solving the problems? All those things we will tackle first in the first hour, and in the second hour we will start with number system, where we will see basic types of numbers and a very easy concept, place value and face value. Okay, and tomorrow onwards we will build on it, right? Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning everyone. ओमकार है तो प्री हो सकता है क्या सर? कॉलेज के साथ भी करते हैं लोग, जॉब के साथ भी करते हैं, विदाउट कॉलेज भी करते हैं, विदाउट जॉब भी करते हैं. सो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू हाउ मच यू कैन टेक प्रेशर. ठीक है, कॉलेज के साथ इफ यू कैन टेक प्रेशर ऑफ स्टडीज़ कर सकते हो, नहीं ले पाओगे प्रेशर, नहीं कर सकते हो. सिंपल. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू. ठीक है, देर आर एग्जाम्पल्स वेयर कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स वाइल डूइंग देयर कॉलेज ऑल्सो दे प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द एग्जाम, क्लियर्ड. सम ऑफ देम who tried to prepare with college couldn't, right? So you can find examples everywhere. जॉब्स के साथ लोग करते हैं, विदाउट जॉब करते हैं, 10th में फेल होने के बाद लोग क्लियर करते हैं, 10th में 99 स्कोर करने के बाद करते हैं. तो कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है ना. इट इज़ बेसिकली के हाउ मच यू कैन पुश ऑन अ डेली बेसिस, हाउ मच यू कैन पुश, दैट विल डिसाइड इफ यू कैन और कैन नॉट, राइट? सबसे ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट इस एग्जाम के साथ यही है कि यू नीड टू बी रेगुलर विथ द प्रिपरेशन. यू कांट लीव द प्रिपरेशन फॉर 2-3 days, नहीं तो इट विल अगेन गेट वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू टू सिट एंड प्रिपेयर, है ना, वो साइकिल में आने में. So you will see the people who do very well in these exams are those people who are very regular, very disciplined with their preparations. ठीक है, जो चंचल माइंड के होते हैं, जैसे मेरा, मैं खुद का एग्जाम आई एम वेरी मच इंटरेस्टेड इन टू 5-6 थिंग्स एट अ टाइम. ठीक है, तो माई फोकस इज नॉट इन ऑन वन थिंग. सो दैट हैम्पर्स इन माई डेली लाइफ ऑल्सो, कि बहुत सारे इंटरेस्ट होने की वजह से योर फोकस चेंजेस रेगुलरली. ओके, फॉर दिस ईयर्स प्री डिग्री वगैरह लगेगा, ओमकार लगेगा. ग्रेजुएशन इज द बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर दिस पेपर, है ना. क्वालिफाई नहीं करोगे नहीं तो आप फॉर द पेपर. वाईटी पे भी लाइव है. हाँ वैभव, ये फर्स्ट क्लास लाइव है क्वांट की. टुमारो ऑनवर्ड्स वी विल हैव दिस इन आर रेगुलर बैच. हाय यशवंत, हाउ आर यू? ठीक है सर, कैन आई स्टार्ट माई, अक्षत सेइंग कैन आई स्टार्ट माई क्लास फ्रॉम ईयर? श्योर. ठीक है, क्योंकि विल स्टार्ट अ न्यू सेक्शन टुडे, क्वांट. ठीक है, इसके बाद वी विल डू योर रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, राइट? सो अभी से स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. इफ़ यू आर फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस बैच यू कैन क्लियर योर बैकलॉग्स, यू कैन ऑलवेज कनेक्ट विथ मी डायरेक्टली through messages or call for your doubts. or for the quant, don't miss the classes. quant जैसे जैसे हो रहा है complete it along with the classes. okay, hello, good morning, good morning. I'm good, Akash. How are you? Aradhya, hello. Hi Aradhya. You are saying एक दिन में अगर 2 क्लास चल रही है तो टाइम कैसे मैनेज करें? People are doing 3 classes in PW also. People are doing 3 classes. Their optional class, one CSAT class is going on for most of them, and then they have their GS class also. Apart from these 3 classes they do self study also, है ना, क्योंकि तीनों क्लास में जो पढ़ा you have to summarize everything, you have to make sense of everything which you have learned, right, daily on a daily basis. Then again next day 3 classes. They also have classes on Sundays. So 2 classes तो मैनेज हो सकती है. ऑल्सो इन UPSC इसमें GS वगैरह की क्लासेस 2-2, 3-3 घंटे की होती है ना. सम आप कभी पूछना, ES इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज वाज अ पेपर, अभी स्क्रैप हो गया है ना. So there the classes used to be for 8 9 hours straight with one break of 15 20 minutes. 9 hours class a day. कैसे करते होंगे लोग? Voice a bit low. अभी ठीक है अश्मिता? Now it's okay. Akshat is saying I am doing 4 classes a day. 3 classes are going or 4 classes are going. So basically you need to be at a certain level before your pre ना. तो सारे courses complete करने के लिए 1 year is a very less time, क्योंकि बहुत vast syllabus है and UPSC are asking questions from very new dimensions, तो you need to cover a lot. इसीलिए time का थोड़ा सा problem होता है, right? चालू करें? Good morning. गुड मॉर्निंग. चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट. राइट, गुरप्रीत, पूजा. अच्छा, पूजा यादव इज हियर टुडे. सो पहले ये लोग होते थे, फिर बाद में गायब हुए, अभी नाउ दे हैव स्टार्टेड अगेन. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ आवर टॉपिक टुडे. ठीक है, नंबर सिस्टम से थोड़ा स्टार्ट करेंगे. फर्स्ट वी विल सी के व्हाट आर द बेसिक्स यू नीड टू नो. वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड दोज बेसिक्स वंस, लेकिन मैं पहले भी बहुत सारे वीडियोस वगैरह इधर उधर बता चुका हूँ. Again, I am stressing on these points. If you are very comfortable with these points, we will be discussing for the next hour. You will be very comfortable in quant. क्योंकि most of the times I have seen that people are not afraid of solving the equations. The people are afraid of making those equations after reading the question. So we will try to address that problem, basic English to equation वाला problem for the first hour. Then we will start with our topic, which is number system. Okay? चलो. So first, quant में you already know the number of questions are high. Every year almost half of the paper is quant for the last 5 years. Now do you have to know everything and do you need to solve all the maths problems in the paper? 35. Out of these, every time you will get easy questions. Easy questions. You need to only solve these. You will find at least 15 to 20 questions. चलो, इतने questions which are easy out of these 35 to 40 questions. If you are able to identify these and solve these, कितने marks होते हैं? How many marks are there for suppose 16 questions? How many marks are there for 16 questions? Nilesh is saying my maths is very weak. ठीक है? In every class when I start something, I tell you to come from a pretty clear mindset. You won't judge the subject. अभी आपने ये भी नहीं देखा, you haven't seen this 2 + 2 = 4 and you are saying कि sir I fear mathematics, है ना? Life will give you chance to improve on your mistakes. In schools, if you have done some mistakes कि you haven't focused on this subject, maybe of some lack of interest, maybe of some bad mentors or teachers, ठीक है? Now again you have a chance to, I am not saying you have to be perfect in mathematics. You need to be at a certain level where you can understand the basic topics, है ना? इतने level तक आना है हम लोगों को. So उसके लिए there is no need of fear, है ना? Basic समझने के लिए, if you want to be an IAS officer, basic math समझना is not a big deal for you, right? You will have to deal with lots of numbers. You will have to deal with finances of the district and lot of things, right? So at least basic mathematics you all should know, और उतना ही requirement है. So there is no need to fear. If you don't fear becoming an IAS officer and facing riots and murders daily, right? Why do you fear a simple subject like maths? है ना? जब आप में इतनी हिम्मत है कि you can think of becoming an IPS officer, you are fearing a basic subject के 2 + 2 क्या होता है, या a + b = 4 है तो a और b फाइंड कर लो. This can fear you, हाँ? ठीक है, इतना डरने की कोई बात है इसमें मैथ्स में? काजल, यस योर कमेंट्स आर विजिबल, लेकिन क्या है ये दूसरे स्क्रीन पे, देयर आर 2 screens इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी, है ना? सो द कमेंट्स आर रनिंग टू फास्ट. यस सर, फिर फास्ट लगेगा तो रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो पे चले. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली देयर इज नो नीड टू फियर मैथमेटिक्स, है ना? ट्राई टू डू दिस एवरी टाइम यू सॉल्व 10 क्वेश्चंस ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स, ट्राई टू सॉल्व 5 करेक्टली. वो वाला रेशियो रखो एंड यू वोंट फाइंड कि इट इज गेटिंग डिफिकल्ट, क्योंकि एवरी टाइम यू विल फेस सम डिफिकल्ट प्रॉब्लम्स एनीवेज इन द एग्जाम. यू हैव टू लीव दोस. सो फोकस ऑन व्हाट यू आर good at, what are the problems you are able to solve. That's more than enough. Okay, इसमें भी every year you can see the trend is that quant is increasing, है ना. So scoring भी होता है quant. Within quant, how many chapters are there? We need to start with number system. This is also part of number system. Algebra, average, percentage, ratio, proportion, mixture, profit, loss and discount, simple and compound interest, time, speed, distance, time and work, permutation, combination, probability, progression. These are less important topics. Most important topics from quant. ठीक है, write it down. This is the first class, so you should write it down somewhere that these are the major sections we need to focus on. Suppose a person just want to complete half of the portion from quant, so he should do at least these topics. इतने topics तो करने ही करने हैं before going to the exam. इसलिए सर ने मुझे रिप्लाई नहीं की. वी कैन लर्न एनीथिंग बाय प्रैक्टिस. ठीक है, नहीं चिटकू एंड काजल, आई कैन सी योर कमेंट्स, डोंट वरी. So these are the topics at least you should do. Number system, LCM, HCF, average, percentage, ratio, mixtures, time and work, PNC, progression and data sufficiency. In data sufficiency there are both types of questions. Quant भी होते हैं and here we will see reasoning also. ठीक है, because this is a type of question, right? We need to check the sufficiency of some data to solve the problem. So there you can find both questions from quant as well as from reasoning. Okay, so mark these chapters that at least these many chapters you should do, right? Now let's start with the basics. Okay, let's start with the basics. सुबह सुबह कौन याद कर रहा है? कोई ना कोई स्टूडेंट होगा पक्का. Okay, चलो. So first thing you should know is the unitary method, because in most questions you will have to do this. What is a unitary method? If someone knows, can you tell me what is the unitary method? So Kosto, there is only one way to remove your fear. ठीक है, मैथ्स का. So this is the question everyone keep on asking me, how to remove fear of maths. ठीक है, the difference between the guy or girl who is facing this situation where he fears mathematics and the person who doesn't is only one thing: practice of what? Solving problems. The guy or a girl who is very comfortable with mathematics will not judge the question कि मुझसे question solve होगा कि नहीं. He or she will start solving the question as soon as he or she sees the question. ठीक है, they will write something, try, fail, again write something, try, fail, again write something, and finally they will get to the solution. Maths ऐसे नहीं होता है कि before putting the pen to the paper you will see the solution कि हाँ ऐसे solve करना है. ठीक है, you need to follow what is given to you in the question. एक line by line, word by word you have to see what is given to you in the question, make sense of that written language in mathematical form, and then try to apply mathematical tools to solve the problem. This is the way. अगर कोई भी लड़का या लड़की स्टार्ट करता है क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना, कभी ना कभी 2 मिनट 3 मिनट 5 मिनट टाइम ज़्यादा लग सकता है बेस्ड ऑन योर टच विथ मैथमेटिक्स. बट पॉलिटी में याद नहीं आएगा तो यू कांट सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. मैथ्स में इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. ठीक है, मैथ्स में सॉल्यूशन आना ही आना है, बिकॉज स्टेप्स आर सेम फॉर एवरीवन. ये लाइन मेरी फेवरेट है आजकल. आइंस्टाइन के लिए भी 2 + 2 4 था, मेरे लिए भी वही है, आपके लिए भी वही है ना. इट डजंट चेंज, यू जस्ट हैव टू लर्न द राइट मेथड्स. ठीक है, ओके. डन. सो यूनिटरी मेथड फेवरेट लाइन क्या होता है? इफ वन banana is for ₹5, can you tell me 5 bananas cost? What is the cost of 5 bananas if one banana is for ₹5? If one banana, कैलकुलेशन स्पीड, देखो कैलकुलेशन स्पीड होती है जितने ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करोगे उससे डिपेंडेंट है. जितने ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हो उतना ज़्यादा आप मैथ्स के टच में आते हो एंड यू कैन सी डिफरेंट थिंग्स. जैसे फॉर कैलकुलेशन लेट मी टेल यू, इफ आई हैव टू डू दिस, 99 प्लस 1/12 है ना, 99 प्लस 1/12. Most of you will do with this thing. What you will do? You will multiply this 12 with 99. ठीक है, यहाँ पे सॉरी, ठीक है, राइट. और फिर इसको ऐसे ऐड करोगे, इसको ऐसे कर लो, 12 प्लस 12/99. सो इस कैलकुलेशन के लिए क्या करोगे? मोस्ट ऑफ यू विल टेक दी एलसीएम फर्स्ट, तो यू विल मल्टीप्लाई 99 विथ 12, फिर प्लस 12 करोगे अपॉन 99. नाउ हियर यू डोंट हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई 99 विथ 12. एडिशन में क्या है? 12. सो दिस कैन बी 12 इंटू 99 प्लस 1/99. सो दिस डायरेक्टली बिकम्स 1200/99. You don't have to multiply 99 with 12. So these things are visible when you solve lots of problem, है ना. जब क्वेश्चन ज्यादा सॉल्व करते हो, then you can recognize कि I can simplify my calculations. Okay. So all of you are saying कि यहाँ पे 5 banana will cost rupees. What is the quantity? 5. Suppose let the amount be y. ठीक है. सो हाउ टू अप्लाई द यूनिटरी मेथड? यू नीड टू डिवाइड टू थिंग्स एंड डिवाइड दोज टू थिंग्स. 1/5 इक्वल्स टू 5/y. सो फ्रॉम हियर y इक्वल्स टू 5 इंटू, यू कैन क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई नाउ. 1 इंटू y इक्वल्स टू 5 इंटू 5. सो y इक्वल्स टू 25 rupees. The cost of 5 banana is 25 rupees. This is the basic unitary method. ठीक है. Now what are the applications? Suppose in a question they have given you a race is going on. A person has completed 12 kilometers. A person has completed 12 kilometers, and 12 kilometers is 60% of the race. ठीक है. So the question is, what is the length of the racetrack? If 12 kilometers is 60% of the race, how long the race was for? ठीक है. How many kilometers total the race was for? ठीक है. Can you calculate this by unitary method? If 12 kilometers is 60% of the race, can you calculate what is the total length of the race track? प्रॉब्लम्स ऑन एजेस सबसे इजी क्वेश्चन होते हैं, प्रॉब्लम्स ऑन एजेस, और दैट विल टेल यू हाउ टू फ्रेम इक्वेशंस. आई विल टेल यू, डोंट वरी. कौस्तुभ नहीं, किसका था ये? कीर्ति. आई विल टेल यू हाउ टू सॉल्व क्वेश्चंस ऑन एजेस, डोंट वरी. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली 12 kilometers is 60%. So we have to see how much is 100%. Let it be x kilometer. So we can divide 12 by x equals to 60% by 100%. Now percent and percent get cancelled. 0 से 0. X equals to 12 into 10 by 6. 6 ones are 6 twos are. So x equals to 20 kilometers. If 12 kilometers is the 60% of the race, then 100% of the race is 20 kilometers. Done? This is the basic unitary method all of you should know. Whenever a direct correlation is given between two things, and next time some one of the quantity here or here is given, you can find it out. Okay. Unitary method में there are 4 items. They will give you 3 out of these and ask for the 4th. So in lots of the question this is applicable. So all of you should know how to apply the basic unitary method first of all. Done? Can I move to the next thing? ठीक है. Okay. चलो. Next thing is basic how to assume 3 consecutive integers. ठीक है. How to assume 3 consecutive integers to solve any problem. Right? Now what is the property between consecutive integers? Suppose 16 and 17 are consecutive integers. है ना? What is the property which is connecting these consecutive integers? The difference between these is 1. Next integer is 18. Again, the difference is 1. Now we have to assume 3 consecutive integers. We don't know what are these. So first, suppose first integer I don't know, let it be I. Let it be I. The first integer is I. The next integer has to be I plus 1 because consecutive integers just differ by 1. The next integer will become I plus 2 and so on. Here we only had to assume 3 integers, 3 consecutive integers. That means the gap between these integers is only 1. Okay? Now how to use this in questions? How to use this in questions? For example, if sum of 3 consecutive integer is 30, find the 3 integers. It is given to you that the sum of 3 consecutive integer is 30. You need to find all the 3 integers. So first of all, as soon as you know that we need to have 3 consecutive integers, let the integers with I plus 1 and I plus 2. Now the condition is the sum of these integers is equal to 30. That means I plus 1 plus I plus 2 equals to 30. Okay? Now here 3I plus 3 equals to 30. 3I equals to 30 minus 3. 3I equals to 27 and I equals to 27 by 3, which is 9. From this complete calculation, you can see the first integer I is 9. The second integer I plus 1 will be 10. The third integer I plus 2 is 11. Did you find all the 3 integer required with the condition where the sum of 3 consecutive integer is 30? है ना? So the 3 integers which we need to find which are consecutive are 9, 10 and 11. So in any question, mostly these types of questions or assumptions are based on percentage में भी हो सकते हैं, in average chapter also. At this moment, we are not solving and not starting any specific chapter. What we are doing is some basic things you should know before starting quant, right? So we are trying to learn those basic things, right? यहाँ पे the 3 consecutive integers has to be I plus 1, I plus 2. What is the logic? Logic is this, that the consecutive integers always have a difference of 1. That's why difference between this and this is 1. The difference between this and this is 1. Okay, understood? Done? You can do that. हरिओम, you can do that. ठीक है वो, लेकिन हमेशा everyone can't get this, right? तो मैथ्स में जो कंफर्टेबल होंगे वो कर लेंगे वैसे कि एक बार एवरेज लेके मिडिल टर्म फाइंड कर लो एंड यू कैन सब्ट्रैक्ट -1 एंड +1 टू गेट दी 3 इंटीजर्स. यू आर सेइंग दी करेक्ट थिंग, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. ओके चलो लेट्स डू दी नेक्स्ट थिंग. अभी हाउ टू अज्यूम 3 कंसेक्यूटिव इवन नंबर्स, है ना? So let's take an example of consecutive even numbers and let's see what is the property that is connecting them. So suppose I am taking 2, 4 and 6. What is the difference between 2 and 4? It is 2. What is the difference between 4 and 6? It is again 2, right? So how are 3 consecutive even numbers connected? By a difference of 2. Okay. So the first integer, suppose first even number is I. Second will be I plus 2. Third will be I plus 4. Why? Because consecutive integers differ by a difference of 2. Consecutive integers are differ by 2. Okay? यहाँ पे +2. So for example, let's take an example. If sum of 3 consecutive integers is 26, find the consecutive even integers is 26. Find the integers. So Ohm is saying कि वो trick is easy, ठीक है? That happens when there are odd number of terms. Even terms होंगे तो average निकाल के directly नहीं आएगा, ठीक है? Ohm वो try करना. हरिओम, if you say कि वो number of terms are even, तो उसमें average can be in decimals also, right? So वहाँ पे that won't work. Okay? You should learn things which are applicable everywhere, which are universal. What are the three integers? सचिन, हाँ वो भी कर सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Someone can take -2 I and I plus 2. That is also correct. ठीक है? I just want you to have a uniformity in your solutions. That's why we are using this. So here I plus 2 plus I plus 4 is given to you as 26. यहाँ पे 26 नहीं होना चाहिए ना, ये फिर गड़बड़ हो जाएगी, या चलेगा? कुछ और करते, इसको चेंज कर देना चाहिए, है ना? लेट इट बी 36, ठीक है? मेक इट 36, ठीक है? चेंज इट टू 36. ओके, 36 चेंज कर लो. सो दिस विल बी 3i plus 6 equals to 36. So 3i equals to 30. So I equals to 10. If I equals to 10, that means I plus 2 equals to 12. I plus 4 equals to 14. Got it? The three integers we need to find, consecutive even integers, those are 10, 12 and 14. Okay? ठीक है? 10, 12 and 14. Understood? So up to this point, unitary method you should know how to assume three consecutive integers, how to assume three consecutive even numbers. Now the next thing we need to do is, suppose we have to assume three consecutive odd numbers, है ना? Here many people do this mistake. What they will do is, because odd is involved, they will say that let's take the integer 1 as I, second as I plus 1 and third as I plus 3. Most of the students do this mistake. This is incorrect. Now let's see why this is incorrect. Let's take any three consecutive odd numbers. 3, 5, 7. What is the difference between 3 and 5? 2. What is the difference of 5 and 7? 2. Here also the property is same. The difference between the two consecutive odd number is 2. So we can assume by similar method I plus 2, I plus 4. It doesn't matter if the consecutive odd numbers are there or consecutive even numbers are there. Both have same property, that consecutive even numbers and consecutive odd numbers will differ by 2. ठीक है? So the start of the assumption of both the numbers will be same. Okay? Right? So let's take an example. If the sum of three consecutive odd numbers is 33, find the integers. Find the numbers. ठीक है? नहीं, find the numbers. Am I audible to everyone? Is there any issue with the audio? Can you tell me if the audio is good? Can you tell me audio is fine? Chalo. So here we need to find three consecutive odd numbers whose sum is 33. So first let's take I, then I plus 2, then I plus 4 equals to 33. On the left hand side you will have 3I plus 6 equals to 33. 3 of I equals to 33 minus 6 is 27. I equals to 9. Now if I equals to 9, I plus 2 will be 11 and I plus 3 I plus, sorry, 4 will be 13. Right? So if there are consecutive even numbers or there are consecutive odd numbers, you can assume the numbers as these. I plus 2, I plus 4. The difference has to be 2 between two any consecutive numbers. Okay? Done? Chalega? Can I move to the next thing? So basically अभी तक unitary method पता होना चाहिए. You need to know how to assume 3 things. Now, in percentage questions, percentage are not restricted by the percentage chapter only. ठीक है? Percentage के questions you can find in ratio proportions also. Number system में भी मिल सकते हैं, algebra में भी मिल सकते हैं, PNC में they can find you percentage, probability में, everywhere you can use percentages, है ना? So percentages में there are 2 types of questions, ठीक है? And in sometimes percentage questions are very easy when you assume things to solve, है ना? So there are 2 types of assumptions you can do to solve questions on percentage. So let's see what are those types of questions and what the assumption can be. ठीक है? I am going to solve both the questions. I don't expect you to solve those questions at the moment because we haven't completed percentage. Percentage में I will tell you everything how I am solving these things, है ना? अभी just want you to know how to assume things in different situation. ठीक है? तो focus on the assumption part. You need not know the complete solution to these questions. Okay? So suppose these are the 2 types of questions you can face in percentage. The first type of question will be where everything will be in percentage. Percentage, percentage, percentage. Options are also in percentage. Everything is in percentage. In such questions, you can start the question by assuming the initial value to be 100. So in this type of question where everything is in percentage, question में the things given to you are in percentage, options में everything is in percentage, then you can start the question by assuming the initial thing as 100. Now, the increase in the price of certain item was 25%. Initially, let's take it 100. We have increased this with 25%. You need not know this at the moment. 100 ko when you increase by 25%, it becomes 125. Then the price was decreased by 20%. Now you have to decrease it by 20%. This will become 100 again. I will tell you how to get this when we solve percentage. Here I wanted to show you only one thing. You can start the question with 100 and you can directly get the answers. And then again increased by 10%. This becomes 110. What is the resultant increase in the price? Initially we started with 100. Finally the value becomes 110. So overall the percentage change is 10%. Okay? In such questions you can start with directly 100 and you can solve the question to get the final answer that the overall percentage change is 100. Okay? Now what are the second types of questions you can face in percentage? This I will tell you again when we start percentage. Abhi, this is the basic you should know before starting quant. इसलिए मैं यहाँ पे बता रहा हूँ. Okay? Second type of question is a person buys 3 articles PQR for rupees 3330. If P costs 25% more than R costs 20% more than Q, then what is the cost of P? Here finally they have not given you percentage but they are using exact values. So the minimum thing you can find, you can take it as 100. In such questions, start with assuming something to be 100x. You can't start with 100. Now you have to start with 100x because everything will be relative to each other. Okay? So when you take 100x, let's solve this question. Let me take something as 100x. So P is 25% more than R is 20% more than Q. So let me take Q equals to 100x. ठीक है? Now R is 20% more than Q. That means Q plus 20% of Q. P is 25% more than R. That means R plus 25% of R. I will tell you how to frame these equations one by one in the next section. यहाँ पे I am just trying to show you how you can solve such questions very easily by taking 100x. So this is 100x. What is 20% of 100? 20x. ठीक है, तो this is 120x. Now R is 120x. What is the 25% of 120? 30x. So this is 150x. Now you know everything P, Q, R in terms of sum x. The final sum of all these things is given to you as 3330. So that means 150x plus 120x plus 100x. This is what? The sum is 370. 370x is given to you as 3330. 0 से 0 cancel. ठीक है? This is 37x. 333 can be written as 3 into 3 into 37. 37 and 37 get cancelled. X equals to 9. We have found the value of x. Now if we know the value of x, Q is 900 multiplied with 9. R is 0, 9 to the 18, 8, 1 carry over, 1080. 9 5s are 45, 4 carry over, 1350. By solving with 100x, you can find value of Q, R, P, all of it. The question is asking you what is the value of P. The value of P is option D, 1350. I don't want you to know how to solve these questions at the moment. ठीक है? At this moment I don't want you to understand this कि percentage कैसे हुआ. I want you to remember only one thing. Whenever in the question everything is in percentage, you can start the question by assuming 100. Whenever we are dealing with some exact value in percentage question, you should start the question with 100x. Rest of the thing you need not worry. When we move to percentage, I will tell you how we are directly writing this. Increasing by 25%, decreasing by 20%, increasing by 10%. Okay? Got it? हो गया? Done? Right? So percentage questions में you can assume like this. Done? Any doubt up to this point? कोई doubt है? Any doubt? कोई doubt है तो बता दो. Let दो. Next. Move to the next thing. ठीक है? ये परसेंटेज इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज बता दूं क्या एक बार कैसे होता है? सपोज चलो, व्हाट इज परसेंटेज? लेट मी टेल यू व्हाट इज परसेंटेज. परसेंटेज इज नथिंग बट 1/100. परसेंटेज इज 1/100. ओके, राइट? सो यू कैन चेंज एनी फ्रैक्शन. सपोज अ फ्रैक्शन इज 1/2. चेंज इट. Change 1/2 to percentage. Can you change 1/2 to percentage? Can any of you or all of you can change? ठीक है? ठीक है? Can you change 1/2 to percentage? So every time percentage is nothing but 1/100. है ना? So to change a fraction to percentage, you can multiply this with 100. And divide this with 100. Divide and multiply. If you multiply or divide something with the same thing, it remains same. Nothing changes. है ना? Now 1/100. We can also write this as 100/2 into 1/100. Now what is this? This is percent and this is 50. So this becomes 50%. 1/2 is percent only. 50% only. है ना? So now using this you can change any decimal to percentage, percentage to decimal, fraction to percentage, percentage to fraction. you can just multiply it with 100% and you can get the overall percentage. For example, let me give you an example. Can you change this, change 3/4 to percentage? All of you change 3/4 to percentage. 3/4 to percentage. ठीक है, चेंज दिस टू परसेंटेज. फिर मैं बताता हूँ परसेंटेज इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज कैसे करते हैं, जब टॉपिक आ ही गया है तो बताने में क्या है ना. So basically every time you want to change a fraction to percentage, you just have to do this 3/4 into 100%, because I can write this 1/100 directly as percent. You just have to multiply this with 100%. Now here divide it 125. 25 into 3 is 75. So 3/4 is 75%. The fraction 3/4 is 75%. Understood? You just have to multiply it with 100%. Okay? ठीक है? Now let's see how to increase or decrease something in percentage values. Okay? जैसे let's start with, this is clear to everyone how to change this to this. Suppose you want to change, example, change 80% to fraction. Up to this point we have changed fraction to percentage. Now can you change percentage to fraction? You just have to put percentage as 1/100 and you will get the fraction. Convert 80% to fraction, please. All of you please do this 80% to fraction. Good. I can see 75 50%, 75 50%. Good. हाँ, यशवेंद्र सिंह तोमर, पूछो क्या सवाल पूछना है आपको, बताओ. व्हाट इज योर क्वेश्चन? कन्नड़ा, आई नो स्वल्प कन्नड़ा. ठीक है, आई डोंट नो फ्लुएंट कन्नड़ा के आई कैन टीच यू एवरीथिंग इन कन्नड़ा. ऑल्सो people who are in Bangalore, ठीक है, for the next 3 weeks I will be here in Bangalore only. So if you are in Bangalore, if you are facing any problem in CSAT, you can always come here and meet me. Few of the students came also to meet me at the center. Okay, so here you need to change 80% to fraction. So 80% can be written as 1/100. The 0 and 0 get cancelled. 2 से we can divide this 4 times, we can divide this 5 times. So basically the fraction is 4/5. So now all of you can convert fraction to percentage and percentage to fraction. Is there any problem in this conversion? Can all of you convert percentage to fraction and fraction to percentage? Any doubt in it? Solve my query. What is your query, Hari Om? I can't see your query. What is your query? I can't see your doubt. Can you send me your doubt again? Hariom Pandey, can you send me your doubt? Okay. Now let's see percentage change. Suppose we have a value of 100. We have a value of 100 and we want to increase by 10%. Increase by 10%. Now what is the meaning of this? When you want to increase something by 10%, so basically what you want to do is, you want to add 10% of this value to this original value. 100 plus 10% of 100. This is the meaning of increasing something by 10%. The types of questions that come in prelims. So types of questions, so as we go into subject, it depends. Number system mein types of questions are different. Percentage mein types of questions are different. So it depends on the chapter. So when we start the chapters, then only I can tell you these are the types of questions you will face it here. ठीक है, एक लाइन में I can't tell you all the types of questions you can face in quant, reasoning and reading comprehension, है ना? ठीक है, okay. जैसे जैसे टाइम पे एज सुन एज वी कंप्लीट 1 चैप्टर 2 चैप्टर, जैसे जैसे जिस जिस चैप्टर में जो जो टाइप के क्वेश्चन होंगे, आई विल टेल यू कि दीज आर द टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस यू कैन फेस इन दिस सब टॉपिक और समथिंग लाइक दैट. ओके. CSAT में बेसिकली देयर आर 3 सेक्शंस, मैथ्स, रीजनिंग एंड योर रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन. मैथ्स में बेसिक मैथमेटिक्स के सारे क्वेश्चंस, नंबर सिस्टम, एवरेज, परसेंटेज. रीजनिंग में यू हैव कैलेंडर, क्लॉक, direction and distance, coding, decoding. Then you will have logical series, all those types of questions. Reading comprehension mein there are 6 types of questions mainly: message based questions, crux based questions, implication based questions, inference based questions and assumption based questions. So as a summary mein to I can tell you this, but you won't find the difference between these until unless you solve some different types of problems on those. Okay, done. इंग्लिश का देखो, आज नहीं तो कल यू नीड टू वर्क ऑन योर इंग्लिश. इफ यू आर गोइंग टू राइट योर पेपर इन इंग्लिश, यू आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू गिव योर इंटरव्यू इन इंग्लिश. ठीक है, तो यू नीड टू बी कंफर्टेबल विद इट. कितने दिन तक भागोगे? जैसे मैथ से भागते हो, मोस्ट ऑफ यू ऑल्सो रन अवे फ्रॉम इंग्लिश. इंग्लिश until unless you try to speak, you converse in English or you read English regularly, ठीक है, you can't improve your English. How I improved my English was I used to watch lots of movies and series in English, पहले subtitles के साथ, because I couldn't understand their accent. After a point I was so comfortable with the accent I didn't have to look at the subtitles itself. ठीक है, और फिर वो बोल बोल के सुन सुन के you know how to speak, how to converse, right? So आज नहीं तो कल करना पड़ेगा. You can delay it but you have to work on that also. That aspect is also part of your preparation only, right? So language should not be a barrier. ठीक है, if you are comfortable in some language you can go with it. ठीक है, but I will say कि English improve करने का सबसे बेस्ट तरीका होता है दिन रात इंग्लिश सुनते रहो, देखते रहो, पढ़ते रहो. Okay, done. So what is this? 100 plus 10% of 100. Here you can write this as 100 directly. What is this? 10. What is percentage? 1 by 100. Of का मतलब क्या होता है? Multiplication, and this is 100. Now if you divide 100 and 100, we are left with 100 plus 10. So when you increase something by 10%, it becomes 110. Next, let's decrease something by some percentage. Suppose this is 100. We need to, suppose let's take another example. Let's take 200 and we want to decrease it by 25%. We want to decrease 200 by 25%. Okay, so what to do now? Same thing, we have to decrease 25% from the base. What is the base? 200. We have to do 25% minus, because we want to decrease, minus 25% of the same base value. This will be 200, same, minus 25 percentage, nothing but 1 by 100. What is the meaning of off? Off means into, and 200. If you divide these two zeros, 25 into 2, you can write 200 minus 50. This is nothing but 150. So you can increase some value, decrease some value in terms of percentage like this, है ना? If someone was confused how I increase 10%, 20% directly, I will tell you the shortcuts also, but that we will do in percentage, क्योंकि I don't want to overload you with the information. जैसे जैसे whenever the requirements are there, I will tell you how to quickly go get these percentage increase and decrease. Okay, done. सर मैं परसेंटेज निकालता हूँ फिर ऐड करता हूँ, और इज इट ओके? हाँ चलेगा. प्राची, वी आर ऑल्सो डूइंग द सेम थिंग ना, परसेंटेज निकाल के बेस में ऐड कर रहे हैं. सो यू आर ऑल्सो डूइंग दैट थिंग के परसेंटेज निकाल के सब्ट्रैक्ट या प्लस कर रहे हो. यू कैन डू दैट, राइट? नाउ लेट्स गेट टू द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट विच आई वॉन्ट टू एड्रेस, which I know for sure people who fear mathematics are bad at. What you guys are bad at is you can't understand what is written in English, you can't convert it to maths, और इसीलिए you face problems. अगर कोई स्टूडेंट पहले का होगा जो पढ़ा होगा, तो आई मेक श्योर whenever there is a problem in equation making, I make sure कि आपको इंग्लिश में प्रॉब्लम है. बताना कि you can't understand simple words, what are the meaning of these words in mathematical terms. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड दीज थिंग्स. ओके, क्या समझना है इसमें? व्हाट वी नीड टू डू, बेसिक्स. What are the meaning of these? Suppose in a question it is given to you a number, ठीक है, and to solve the problem everywhere they have connected this number with some relationship. Okay, this number multiplied by 3 becomes this number multiplied with 10 becomes this. Until unless you assume that number to be some quantity, you can't move ahead in the question, है ना. A number is introduced in the question. यहाँ पे ये phrases are different. Question में everything will be together in a group. There you can't do this के we will see कि कैसे solution होगा, उसके बाद हम assume करेंगे. You need to assume things. As soon as there is a number introduced, ठीक है, what you need to do, assume it to be x. Now most of you are scared with this. Okay, what is this x? This x is nothing. This x represent a number which at the moment we don't know the value of. You can take, suppose to solve the problem, I can take this as Manjeet also. ठीक है, I will take this variable as Manjeet. Suppose they say a number multiplied by 3 gives 27. Find the number. Okay, now I don't know what is this number, है ना. I don't know what is this number. So let me take a number as Manjeet. Let the number be Manjeet. ठीक है. Now what are we doing? When this number Manjeet is multiplied with 3, when this number is multiplied by 3, the result is 27. I need to find the value of this. ठीक है. So from here, can you tell me what is the value of Manjeet? The Manjeet value will be 27 by 3. ठीक है. You can take the variable as your own name. You can take the variable as your own name also. है ना, खुद का नाम भी ले सकते हो, कुछ भी ले सकते हो. It is not necessary. But every time you can't write like Hari नहीं लिख सकते हो, Om नहीं लिख सकते हो. You can't keep on using these long forms. So what we do is we take a small variable which is uniform across mathematics के every time we have to take this as x. x ले लेंगे. So x पे apply करो, x into 3 equals to 27. So what is the value of x? x equals to 9. This is easier. Don't get afraid of x. Anytime I introduce x in the equations और algebra का कोई भी term use करता हूँ, people get very feared कि ये क्या आ गया अभी अचानक से. We don't know what is this. Actually, that is what we have to know, that we don't know the value of x. Because we don't know the number, we have to assume this to be something to solve the problem, because everything is related to this thing in the question. So we assume a random variable. A random variable can be x. ठीक है. So don't get afraid. ठीक है, because of this random variable. Every time this is there just to solve problems. Okay. Can clear CSAT exam video, can learn certain. हाँ, why not? मोदी मल्ला, you can do it. आराम से. चलें आगे. Next thing, this is the first thing you should know. Whenever you need to assume something, directly assume it to be x if you don't know the thing. Okay. Second, A is 7 more than B. A is 7 more than B. Now, every time in questions, go from left to right and convert these English words into equations. कैसे करते हैं? Directly see. A is A. This is equal to 7 is 7. More means plus. 7 more than which? B. So directly B. A equals to 7 plus B. Every time in questions, if you get this, is, was, will be, ठीक है, all these amount to equal to. All these in the English language are meaning, trying to say equal to. Okay, done. Who's this brain IQ? प्रारंभ बैच, आई डोंट नो प्रारंभ बैच का प्राइस का, एंड दैट इज नॉट इन माई कंट्रोल. ठीक है, you can raise it with the concerned team. Okay, Ehsan is saying, sir, solving sample paper shall. So first you should solve all the PYQs, then you should move to these types of things. ठीक है, I am Anmol. Done. So first thing is A is 7 more than B. Second, A is 9 less than B. So that means you can subtract 9 from B. A equal to B minus 9. You should make sense of this sentence as this. This sentence as this. Most important, there are two sentences where all of you will make mistakes when I will start solving the questions. Kya? Most of the people make this mistake. A is 3 times B. A is 3 times B. ठीक है, A is 3 times more than B. ठीक है, most of you make the same equation for B, both of these sentences, है ना. You start with the assumption 3 times लिखा है, A equals to 3B, A equals to 3B. Here also you will solve A equals to 3B से, and then you will end up with the wrong solution, and then you will tell कि sir maths नहीं आता. मैथ्स आता है. इफ आई टेल यू, हमेशा यही एग्जांपल रहता है मेरे पास, क्या, कैन यू सॉल्व दिस, x प्लस वाई इक्वल्स टू 5 और x माइनस वाई इक्वल्स टू 3. कैन यू सॉल्व दिस? कैन यू टेल मी द वैल्यू ऑफ x एंड y? कैन यू सॉल्व दीज टू इक्वेशन एंड टेल मी द वैल्यू ऑफ x एंड y? प्राची, बताओ, डाउट है? व्हाट इज योर डाउट प्राची? टेलीग्राम मत बोलना, है ना, वो मुझे याद है. आई नीड टू रिप्लाई टू यू, आई नो दैट. ठीक है, आई एम डिलेड ऑन इट, वो करता हूं मैं. अभी बताओ व्हाट इज योर डाउट. So all of you can solve this, or directly add these two. So this will become 2x, y and y gets cancelled, so 8, x equals to 4, x equals to 4. You can put x equals to 4 here, you will get y equals to 1. So this is maths, how to solve linear equations. All of you can do this. The problem is, when I give this information in terms of sentences, you can't frame these equations properly. So उसी को एड्रेस करने के लिए what we are doing is trying to understand these languages. A is 3 times B का मतलब होता है A equals to 3 times means into B times. Times means multiplication. Of means multiplication. More means plus. Less means subtract. You should remember all those things, how to use these words while solving the problems. Okay, done. Chalo. So A is 3 times B is A equals to 3B. Now A is 3 times more than B is not A equals to 3B. It is A equals to B. More क्या होता है? Add. So add. How many times? 3 times more. 3 times more. ठीक है. Whenever there is more involved, that means addition will be involved. Addition will be done to the base. So B plus 3B. So from here you can say A equals to 4B. Okay. Tomorrow we will solve a question where you need to do this. And I am pretty sure after telling you this also, 80% of you will write the same thing again tomorrow, A equals to 3B. That's why I keep stressing on these things again and again. क्योंकि आप लोग यही गलती करते हो बार बार. x प्लस वाई वाला, ठीक है, चलो मैं बताता हूं. सपोज x प्लस वाई इक्वल्स टू 5, है ना, और दूसरा है x माइनस वाई इक्वल टू 3. ओके, सो दो तरीके हो सकते हैं. इफ वी ऐड ऑल दीज, वी कैन ऐड टू इक्वेशंस डायरेक्टली. सो यहां पे ऐड करोगे तो x प्लस वाई माइनस वाई इक्वल्स टू 5 प्लस 3. You can add all the things on the left of equal to, you can add all the things on the right of equal to. Plus y and minus y gets cancelled. This becomes 2x. 2x equals to 8. So x equals to 4. Now you can put x equals to 4 in any of the equation. जैसे one of the equation is, first equation is x plus y equals to 4. X plus y equals to 5, sorry. Put x equals to 4 here. So 4 plus y equals to 5. So y equals to 5 minus 4. Y equals to 1. ठीक है? So here x equals to 4, y equals to 1. We will learn how to solve linear equations in algebra. ठीक है? But I hope I have answered your question, Kaustubh. Okay? Done? 3b वाला. So see, a is 3 times b. देखो यहाँ पे मैं छोटा छोटा वापस से लिख के बताता हूँ, इसीलिए ये जरूरी है, ये समझ ही नहीं आता लोगों को कैसे करते हो. a is 3 times b. You don't have to see कि b equals to 3a या a equals to 3b. The line itself will tell you what to write. a is equal to 3 times का मतलब multiplication, b a equals to 3b. Got it? प्राची, प्रिया, जिसका भी डाउट था. ठीक है? Run. ये bot army disturbing others, right? So every time you should remember a equals to 3b is, a is 3 times b is a equals to 3b. A is 3 times more than b is a equals to 4b. Also a is 50% more than b. A add 50% of b to b. ठीक है? यहाँ पे एक और मैं बताता हूँ. A is, यहाँ पे the last line was written as a is 50% more than b. ठीक है? So फिर again a is 50% of, second में क्या है, b, more than b, है ना? So 50% can be written as 50 by 100, which is 0.5. So this will be 50 into percent 1 by 100 of into b plus b. Now what is this? 1 by 2. So ये हो गया 0.5 b plus b, which is nothing but 1.5 b. So a is 50% more than b. A is 50% more than b. 50% of b is 50 into 1 by percent of का मतलब into b का मतलब b. You don't have to think anything. Just write it as it is. जैसे दिया होता है वैसा के वैसा लिखते जाओ and you will find the answer. You don't have to apply your mind बार बार इसमें. Okay? ठीक है? Done? सारी का सेकेंड इक्वेशन मैंने बता दिया ना टाइम्स का, बिकॉज मोर है दैट मीन्स वी हैव टू ऐड इट 3 टाइम्स मोर इन दी बेस. व्हाट इज द बेस? जैसे मोर आया तो वी नीड टू ऐड 3 टाइम्स टू दी बेस, 3b प्लस 3b. यहां पे भी मोर आया था. कहां पे मोर आया था? यहां पे. a इज 50% मोर देन b. दैट मीन्स बेस b में वी हैव टू ऐड 50% ऑफ दैट. वहां पे 3 टाइम्स ऑफ दैट वी एडेड, है ना? ओके डन. चलो नेक्स्ट. those are done. Here some of the more lines from your questions जो आएगी आपको बार बार. मुदीमल्ला, yes you can start your preparation now. अभी करोगे लेट हो जाएगा, नहीं तो लेट बाद में. This is the correct time. So if you are not a bot, right, तो I have seen your query, right? तो अब उसको बार बार लिखने से कोई फायदा नहीं है ना. You have told me अभी क्लास में I can't call someone, ठीक है? After the class I will interact with someone कि ठीक है भाई क्या इशू है, right? Writing that 100 times doesn't solve any purpose, है ना? So have some patience in your life, ठीक है? You can start your preparation from any section. Every section will give you some easy questions in the paper. So here we will have to see sum of two numbers is 30. Now, do you know these two numbers? My question to you is, the statement written here is sum of two numbers is 30. Do you know? सर एक बार 4B एक बार समझा दो. ठीक है, चलो वापस समझा देते हैं एक बार. देखो, A is 7 more than B. A is, 3 sentences लिख रहा हूं. A is 3 times more than B. A is 20% more than B. All the sentences are more, more, more. अब वो टाइम्स क्या करते हो हर बार? A is more than के लिए प्लस B. A is 3 times more than B. A is this times more than B. This is constant. A is more के लिए plus, B is constant everywhere. तीनों इक्वेशन में ये constant part है. In the first part, A is 7 more than B, so you need to add 7. In the second part, A is 3 times more than B. Base क्या है? B. We are talking always right side में B के बारे में बात करते हैं. यहाँ पे आएगा 3 times B. यहाँ पे 20%, so that means 20% of B. Got it now? More means we need to add something to the base. The base on the right side is B, B, B. At the first instance, they have directly given you the value 7 more than B. Second, 3 times more than B. 20% more than B. Understood? Yeah, we have. So there are offline classes in Delhi also. You can join those also. Okay. Now you understood किसका doubt था ये? This is example 1, 2, 3. I have written 3 equations for you. किसका doubt था 4B वाला? ठीक है, क्लियर है वो वाला जिसका भी डाउट था? अभी किसी ने पूछा था मेरे को. किसने पूछा था? चिटकू? नहीं 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 नहीं. I hope it is clear now, right? Okay, chalo. Next, I was telling you the sum of two numbers is 30. Do you know these two numbers? You don't know. So you can assume these two numbers to be x and y. So how to write this sum? Sum of these two numbers. Sum of these two numbers is 30. This is the equation for the first sentence. Okay, done. Second sentence is the difference between two numbers is 6. One minus the other. X minus y equals to 6, or it can be y minus x equals to 6, because we don't know which of the two values is more. So if x is more, we will write x minus y. If y is more, we will write y minus x. Okay. So this is done. What is written here? Product of two numbers is this. What is product of two numbers is x into y is 48. Okay, so this is the equation for two numbers. When they are multiplied, the product becomes 48. Okay, understood? इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी. I think these are very easy things to understand. Quotient of a and b means, what is quotient? So a number can be written as quotient into divisor plus remainder. Suppose we have 45. We are dividing it with 2. So how many times we can divide 45 completely with 2? So its answer is 22 times. What is the remainder? 1. So we are talking about this value. Quotient is how many times a given number can divide a number completely. So when we say quotient of a and b is 5, that means when we divide a with b, The quotient is 5. This is the equation you can get. So this is not that important. These are, this is important, this is important, and this is important. The first three statements are very important. Understood? ठीक है, समझ आया? चलो next. These are very common sentences you can find in each questions of maths. हर जगह यूज होगा ये बार बार, इसीलिए आई एम स्ट्रेसिंग ऑन दिस. समझ लो एक बार, so that I don't have to tell you again and again how I wrote the equation. You can yourself understand कि हाँ more के वजह से we are adding, times की वजह से we are multiplying, is था इसीलिए is equal to, number तो numbers are already there, why are we assuming some numbers, why are we assuming x, all of these things you should know. What is unitary method, how to assume in percentages, how to assume in consecutive integer types. Okay, master CSAT 1 year तो time ही नहीं मिलेगा. You won't get 1 year. What you will get is 3 or 4 months for CSAT. 3 months are more than enough. Okay, Kaustubh? चलो, let's move to the next thing. यहाँ पे sometimes you will get this, that the ratio of two things A and B is 3:5. Multiply ratio numbers by some variable k. ठीक है? Why to do this? Proportionality से, if you see, ratio between two things A and B is given to you as 3:5. है ना? Every time by proportionality you can write this as 3k:5k. Now what is the use of it 3k and 5k? Why do we want to write it like this? Suppose for example sum of A and B is 40. Find the difference between A and B. This is the question given to you. They have given you the ratio between A and B is 3:5. The ratio between A and B is 3:5. Sum of A and B is 40. Find the difference between A and B. So to find the difference between A and B, you need to know what is the value of A and what is the value of B. Because this is a property of ratio, by proportionality, we can write every ratio 3:5 as 3k:5k. Why? Because if you multiply the ratio with something, it doesn't change. 3/5, if you multiply both by 2, 6/10 is same as 3/5. If you multiply this with 3, 9/15 is same as 3/5. So we can multiply this ratio by any number. So we have multiplied this ratio with k here. Now this value becomes A, this value becomes B, because these are in ratio, and we can say that is A, that is B. In the question it is given you sum of A and B is 40. I can write A equals to 3k, I can write B equals to 5k, and this is 40. 8k equals to 40. From here k equals to 5. K equals to 5. If k equals to 5, A is 3k, means A is 3 into 5, which is 15. B is 5k, which is 5 into 5, which is 25. Now we know what is the value of A, what is the value of B. We need to find difference. Difference equals to B minus A, because B is greater. 25 minus 15. The value of this is nothing but 10. The difference of the two numbers whose ratio is 5:3 is 10. Got it? Understood? I will take this class 3 months. 3 months होगा CSAT? 2.5 month. जनवरी, फरवरी, मार्च एंड तक हो जाएगा खत्म. जो नया है, बाकियों का पहले होना चाहिए. ओके, डन. हेलो दुर्गांशु, इशिका, हेलो, हाय, हाउ आर यू? हो गया अपना? क्लियर है? चलू मैं नेक्स्ट. So every time they have given you ratio of A is to B is 3:5, you should always convert this to proportion. This is one type of question. If you know this ratio and proportion में, at least if you know this and you solve some of your PYQs, 5 to 10 PYQs, you can directly solve by this concept only. How to find the unknown numbers when the ratio is given to you. This is one of the types of questions in ratio and proportion. Okay. He lives in Bangalore. Vinay. तो मैं ही करवा रहा हूँ ना, और क्या और कौन करवा रहा है? कौस्तुभ. I am doing the classes only. Done. Next, problems on age. One of the student was telling me कि sir age problems are difficult. Age problems are not difficult. There you don't understand करना क्या है. देखो, after 8 years, if we are talking about, suppose present age of someone is, suppose you are 20 years old today. What will be your age 8 years after this? What will be your age after 8 years? What will be your age after 8 years? If you are 20 today, your age after 8 years will be 28 years. So similarly, if the present age age is x, so after 8 years the age will become x plus 10, है ना? Similarly, 10 years ago, if the present age is x, subtract 10 from the age because we want to go 10 years back. So what you will have to do? X minus 10. Okay, simple. This is the type of things you face problem in. Father is twice son, twice the age of son. Okay, twice the age of son. Let the present age of father and son be, present age of father will be f, son will be small s, है ना? So here father f is equal to twice 2 into small s. Go from left to right and write the equation and you can form the equation correctly. You don't have to apply your mind, extra mind apply करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Okay? I am good. So 28 years हो जाओगे after 8 years. So just add it, subtract it when you are going back. Father is twice the son. So this is the equation. Multiply the son's age by 2. Now the next sentence is where most of you do mistakes. Why? Present age we have taken as f and s. Now in the next sentence they are talking about after 5 years. So before making the equation, first you need to change the age to 5 years later. After 5 years, father's age will become f plus 5. Son age will become s plus 5. Everyone gets this? इतना समझ में आता है सबको? That after 5 years, we are talking about present में f and s, we have already taken the present age of father and son as f and s. So after 5 years, the age of father and son will be f plus 5 and s plus 5. Everyone gets this? सबको इतना समझ में आता है? Now once you have written this, the age of these two after 5 years is this. Now look at the equation. Father after 5 years will be is equal to twice the son's age. Did I need to do something extra to make this equation? The line in the question itself told me what to do. As soon as I saw after 5 years, I changed the age to f plus 5 and s plus 5. After this, father's age 5 years after will be, so father's age 5 years after will be 2 times the age of son after 5 years. F plus 5 equals to 2 into s plus 5. Now if you do mistake in this, you won't be able to solve the problem. Problem यहाँ पे इसके आगे solution करने में कभी नहीं आती. You guys don't face problem after solving this. As soon as in the classes when I solve problems, whenever I give you equations, है ना, you start solving and then you are in hurry of telling me the answer. That is of no use if you can't frame the equations yourself. रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है कि इन द एग्जाम व्हेन यू रीड द क्वेश्चन यू शुड इंटरप्रेट द क्वेश्चन क्लियरली एंड फ्रेम द इक्वेशंस प्रॉपरली. इक्वेशन सॉल्व करना तो छोटा सा काम है, कोई भी कर लेगा वो तो, है ना. 2 साल के बच्चे को बताओ कि 2 इक्वेशन ऐड करनी है और उसमें एक्स की वैल्यू निकालनी है, वो कर देगा. बट उसको ये नहीं समझ में आता ये कि इसका क्या करना है, 5 years के बाद इक्वेशन कैसे चेंज हो रही है. So focus should be on learning how to make these equations, and once you know these tricks how to make these equations ना, फिर maths becomes very easy क्योंकि it is very repetitive. एज में once after 5 years की इक्वेशन ऐसे बनेगी, नेक्स्ट टाइम भी after 5 years, every time it is same. You don't have to learn anything new to make these equations then. Done? Okay? चलो लास्ट में देर आर फ्यू एग्जाम्पल्स ये देख लेते हैं. 5 पेन कॉस्ट 100. कॉस्ट ऑफ पेन अज्यूम टू बी x. So 5 into x equals to 100. So what is the cost of 1 pen? So basically you can do this with unitary method also. If 5 pen cost 100, 1 pen cost x. So 5 by 1 equals to 100 by x. So x equals to 100 by 5, which is 20. So cost of 1 pen equals to 20 rupees. So in these things where one thing is directly related to another, you can use unitary method to solve the problems. Okay? Done? समझ में आया? 3 notebooks and 2 pens cost 140. You don't know the notebook cost, you don't know the pen cost. यहाँ पे pen की दी है. So 3x, x is the cost of notebook. We don't know the cost of notebook. So 3x plus 2 into 10. Why? There are 2 pens, each is for 10. The total is 140. So we can find the value of notebook's price. Can all of you tell me? So दुर्गांशु, वही तो समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ 1 घंटे से, how to make these equations. You need to make sense of this. कि is का मतलब क्या होता है, टाइम्स का मतलब क्या होता है. These are the tricks to make the equations properly. कहाँ पे गई? You need to know. More का मतलब है addition, less is subtraction, times का मतलब into, off का मतलब है into, is, was, will be, everything is equal to. You need to know all these things to make the equations. जो जरूरत है, shortcuts है, जो पता होना चाहिए, that is what I am trying to tell you here. Okay? Hello Kavya, how are you? Done. Can you tell me the value of that notebook's price? भवानी, अरे अफ्रेड, मैंने बताया ना. All of you want to become IPS officer where you want to solve lots of problems. ठीक है? You want to become IAS officer where you want to solve lots of problems. जहाँ पे you will get tortured mentally also, physically also. ठीक है? You won't have your own life. You are ready to do all those things and you are scared of a simple subject called maths. So think yourself. You are aiming to be a person in the society to whom everyone will look up to, है ना? You want to be here and you are fearing a subject. You are afraid of something like plus minus into division, right? So जब आप इतना ऊपर का सोच रहे हो तो इतनी छोटी चीजों से डरने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. These things are not to be getting afraid of. कोई इससे कोई फायदा होने वाला है डर के? मैथ से डर के क्या होता है? ओके? समझ में आया? मैथ्स डरने का नहीं है. मैथ्स सबसे इजी लैंग्वेज है अगर समझ में आ जाए तो. वंस यू नो, ये क्या मेरे को रोज उठ के सुबह पढ़ना पड़ता है कि रेशो ऑफ ए एंड बी इज 3 and 5, तो ये करना है. आई मस्ट हैव लर्न दिस इन क्लास 7th 8th. तब भी सेम इक्वेशंस बनती थी, अभी भी सेम इक्वेशंस बनती है. इट डजंट चेंज. करंट अफेयर्स नहीं है ना कि इट विल चेंज नेक्स्ट डे. मैथ्स इज अपग्रेडिंग. जो अपग्रेडेशन इन मैथमेटिक्स हैपेंस, दैट इज इन रिसर्च फील्ड. जो बेसिक मैथमेटिक्स है विच यू वांट टू नो, विच यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, डजंट चेंज. दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस सब्जेक्ट. वंस यू हैव सम कमांड ओवर इट, इट डजंट गो. प्रैक्टिस नहीं होगी तब भी याद रहता है सालों साल. ठीक है? सो देयर इज नथिंग टू बी अफ्रेड ऑफ. ओके भवानी? ठीक है? ओके, चले आगे. काव्या, सिंपल एडवाइस. देखो कल भी आई वॉज टॉकिंग टू अ स्टूडेंट, है ना? आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेक हिज और हर नेम. ही वॉज आस्किंग मी कि सर कोई स्ट्रैटेजी दे दो, आई नीड टू क्लियर दिस एग्जाम दिस ईयर ओनली, है ना. ही मस्ट बी लिसनिंग टू दिस ऑल्सो. यार देर इज नो शॉर्टकट, ठीक है, देर इज नो शॉर्टकट एनी वन कैन गिव यू, नॉट जस्ट यूपीएससी, आई एम टेलिंग यू अबाउट एनी एग्जाम. एवरी स्टूडेंट हैज टू गो थ्रू दिस जर्नी हिमसेल्फ, है ना. We can only tell you this is the subject, this is the syllabus, this is how you should go about it, है ना. Now you have to devise your own strategy. Someone can't give you a timetable कि सुबह 8 बजे उठो और रात में इतनी देर तक पढ़ो. If you are a night person, you want to wake up at 1 and then study through the night, so you do that. It depends on your own preference. If you can score more than others by studying 4 hours and I am telling you कि 12 घंटे पढ़ो, is it off? It's of no use. If you are productive in those 4 hours and you can capture everything in 4 hours, that is more than enough for you. The other student can take 14 hours to do the same thing. So it is very different for everyone. The preparation is different for everyone. कोई भी सेम नहीं होता, इसीलिए try to devise everything on your own. Don't search for easy questions कि सर कुछ बता देंगे. यार देखो, जो सर भी बता रहे किसी को कुछ नहीं पता, है ना. So don't fall for all those things. ट्राई टू ग्रास्प एंड एवरीथिंग. जो सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज है वो ले लो लोगों से. स्ट्रैटेजी खुद की खुद होती है, हर एग्जाम की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, नॉट जस्ट यूपीएससी, है ना. तो जरूरी नहीं है. जैसे आई वॉज टेलिंग हिम कि व्हेन आई क्लियर जेई माई 2 सब्जेक्ट्स वर गुड. आई न्यू आई कुड अंडरस्टैंड मैथ्स एंड फिजिक्स लाइक दिस आराम से. केमिस्ट्री मेरे को कुछ समझ नहीं आता था, ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री कहीं से भी. मैं आई चेंज द टीचर्स ऑल्सो, आई सर्च्ड एवरीवेयर कि कोई कुछ बता दो, कोई कुछ बता दो. Nothing helped. In the end, what I had to do was sit with books alone. For the first 15 to 20 days, I couldn't understand a thing. ठीक है, लेकिन after 15 or 20 days with the subject, I started getting what is the subject about. Chemistry में, inorganic chemistry में करना क्या है, organic chemistry में करना क्या है, physical chemistry में करना क्या है ना. 15-20 दिन तो मेरे को ये समझने में लगे कि सिलेबस में जो चीजें दी है, these are connected, these are not separate. तो वो खुद की मेहनत से आएगा. वो दूसरा कोई आपको बता दे कि शॉर्ट ट्रिक बता दो और एक दिन का कुछ बता दो कि आज मैं ये पी लूँ तो कल मैं उठूंगा और अच्छे से पढ़ने लग जाऊंगा, ऐसे नहीं होता. इफ यू टेक अ ब्रेक ऑफ 5 days ना, तो 3 दिन तो सिटिंग बनाने में वापस लगेंगे कि 3 दिन तो यू जस्ट कांट सिट एट वन प्लेस टू स्टडी. ठीक, तो देर आर नो शॉर्टकट्स. देर इज नथिंग लाइक कि सर इतना पढ़ के हो जाएगा क्या. एवरीवन इज इन सर्च ऑफ नाउ डेज कि सर इतना पढ़ के हो जाएगा क्या. यू नीड टू पुश 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 कि इतना ज्यादा कर लूं कि कितना ज्यादा करने से हो जाएगा, है ना. डोंट लुक फॉर इजी ऑप्शंस कि सर 2 चैप्टर करके निकाल लूंगा क्या, 3 चैप्टर करके निकाल लूंगा क्या. ऐसा होता है क्या कोई एग्जाम में. और क्या मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि हाँ ये 2 चैप्टर कर लो और आपका हो जाएगा. आई इवन डोंट नो कि नेक्स्ट टाइम कैसे पेपर आने वाला है. वी कैन प्रिपेयर फॉर द वर्स्ट सिचुएशन, है ना. एवरीथिंग विल गो इन योर फेवर. डोंट प्रिपेयर लाइक एवरीथिंग विल गो इन योर फेवर. प्रिपेयर फॉर अ सिचुएशन वेयर एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी अगेंस्ट यू. तब जाके आपकी प्रिपरेशन इज ऑन दी राइट ट्रैक. ठीक है, समझ में आया. डोंट लुक फॉर आंसर्स ऐसे, है ना. मेरे को समझ नहीं आता आजकल बच्चों को क्या हो गया. व्हेन वी डिडंट अंडरस्टैंड एनीथिंग ना, जब पढ़ते थे तो क्या करना होता था, जिसको टीचर को जो करना था उसने कर लिया. अब मेरी बारी है कि मैं बैठूंगा अकेला टेबल पे लेके बुक, प्रॉब्लम्स. नाउ आई विल वर्क हार्ड ऑन इट सो दैट आई अंडरस्टैंड अप टू अ लेवल विच इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द एग्जाम. कोई बैठ के आपको समझा नहीं सकता जो चीज डिफिकल्ट होती है ना. दे कैन हेल्प यू, दे कैन गाइड यू कि ठीक है चलो ये प्रॉब्लम है तो इसमें 5 ये वाले प्रॉब्लम्स कर लो. बट दोज प्रॉब्लम्स नीड टू बी सॉल्व बाय यू ओनली. आई कांट सॉल्व देम फॉर यू. मैं कर दूंगा तो उसका कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है क्या बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. डोंट लुक फॉर इजी आंसर्स एंड प्रिपेयर फॉर द वर्स्ट सिचुएशन एवरी टाइम. ठीक है, देन यू आर कवर्ड. समझ में आया. एंड आई डोंट लाइक telling these motivation and all, because according to me motivation is very temporary. It lasts for अभी जैसे मैंने बोला ना, you must have heard, something must have clicked, so it will last for 2 hours. After 2 hours when you get up from your table and go to have a tea or coffee ना, it just vanishes. When you come back and you again have to start reading the book ना, वही effort लगेगा, extra effort. Again motivation is gone. It should be internal, internalize होना चाहिए, अंदर से आना चाहिए. बाहर से मोटिवेशन देके कोई फायदा नहीं है. आज लोगे कल भूल जाओगे, परसों और कोई देगा, नरसों उसको भूल जाओगे. इट डजंट मेक एनी डिफरेंस टू योर प्रिपरेशन. मोटिवेशन अंदर से आता है, बाहर से ढूंढते रहो, नहीं मिलेगा कभी भी. गॉट इट, है ना. बाहर से मोटिवेशन मत ढूंढो. बाहर से मोटिवेशन ढूंढ रहे हो मतलब यू हैव चोजन समथिंग विच इज नॉट ऑफ योर चॉइस. अगर यू आर स्टार्टिंग अ प्रिपरेशन, इट शुड बी ऑफ योर चॉइस कि मैंने डिसाइड किया है, नाउ आई विल डू एवरीथिंग रिक्वायर्ड टू डू माई बेस्ट. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि क्लियर ही करना है, एटलीस्ट अटेम्प्ट प्रॉपरली, जो बेस्ट कर सकते हो इतना करो. ओके उसके बाद रिजल्ट विल टेक केयर ऑफ इट सेल्फ. हो जाता है वो जब भी होना होगा, है ना. व्हेन यू आर रेडी यू विल गेट इट. ठीक है, इफ यू आर नॉट रेडी यू वोंट गेट इट. सिंपल, कोई इजी ट्रिक नहीं है इसकी. ओके कंटिन्यू विथ लेसन. चलो आ जाते हैं वापस. सो हियर दीज आर क्लियर टू यू. वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स वी हैव सीन दीज बेसिक सेंटेंसेस. ठीक है, नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द नेक्स्ट थिंग. चलो, ये स्पीड टाइम डिस्टेंस परसेंटेज चेंज, ऑल दीज वी विल सी व्हेन वी डू टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस और परसेंटेज. चलो परसेंटेज के लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग. यहाँ पे these things, how when price is increased by 20% multiply it with 1.2. what is this value? इसको कैसे लिख सकते हैं? when a price, suppose a price is 100, है ना, and we want to increase it by 20%. so I told you this is 20% of 100. now what is this 20%? this is 100 plus 20% is 20 by 100 into 100. again what is this value? 100 plus 20 by 100 is 0.2. 0.2 into 100. Can we take 100 common here? This is 100, this is 100. Can we take 100 common here? ठीक, right? ठीक है, यहाँ पे 100 common ले सकते हो. तो this is 100, 100 common. So from the first case everywhere 1 is multiplied. ठीक है, तो I will take 1 common. From here after removing 100 0.2 is left. तो 0.2. So ultimately this becomes 100 into 1.2. So from now onwards, whenever you are increasing something by 20%, you can directly add 0.2 to 1 and multiply it to the initial value. You don't have to do this again and again. You don't have to do this complete thing again and again. Okay? So whenever you want to increase something by 20%, you just add the value 0.2 to 1. Suppose you want to decrease. Suppose you want to decrease this by 20%. So what you do is 100 into 1 is always constant. You want to decrease, that means minus 20% is 0.2. So basically 100 into 0.8 and which is 80. So if you want to increase this with 20%, it will become 120. When you decrease something with 20%, it becomes 80. ठीक है, ज्यादा हो गया क्या आज के लिए ज्ञान? या विनय, अभी आई एम एट दी ऑफलाइन सेंटर ना यहाँ पे, और ऑफलाइन चल रही है. आई हैव अ क्लास हियर फ्रॉम ऑनलाइन फ्रॉम 11:30 to 1:30. देन द ऑफलाइन क्लास इज फ्रॉम 2 to 5. सो ऑफलाइन क्लासेज आर हियर. यू कैन कम हियर एंड मीट मी वंस इफ यू वांट. ओके विनय, डन? ओके चलो. सो व्हेन यू इंक्रीज समथिंग यू नीड टू ऐड. When you increase something, you need to add it, and when you are decreasing something, you need to subtract. Directly this percentage to decimal, है ना, and you can directly find the answers. Initially when I was solving that question, all of you are answering ना, ठीक है? ठीक है. कमल इज सेइंग कि सर अभी तो स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ है, ये तो बेसिक है. तो सही बात है, दीज आर बेसिक्स विच यू नीड टू नो. जैसे कुछ चीजें होती है ना विच इज रिक्वायर्ड एवरीवेयर इन द सब्जेक्ट. तो दीज आर दोज थिंग्स विच यू नीड टू नो एटलीस्ट. क्योंकि इफ यू नो दीज थिंग्स ना, तो फर्स्ट लेक्चर में इफ आई टेल यू ऑल दोज थिंग्स and you understand these, my life will become easier when I will explain you with more topics. Okay, so these are the basics you should know. Let's start with the topics. Okay, now the first chapter starts. The first chapter is number system. Now how to go about some chapter. ठीक है, when you say number system ना, तो most of the people say कि सर मेरे को number system नहीं आता, है ना. Now पहले तो ये बोलना छोड़ो कि you don't know number system. Number system में there are so many sub parts, and almost every year we get questions from these sub topics. ठीक है, right? So basically every year you are getting some topics, some questions from each of these topics. So do you need to know everything, or do you need to be comfortable with all of these? Suppose you are comfortable with 6 or 7 out of these, then also you will be able to solve 7 to 8 questions out of 12 in number system, है ना. तो don't leave a chapter completely. Suppose you are comfortable with remainder theorem and divisibility and unit digit, you can solve half of the problem that will come into your paper from number system next year or this year. So some of the things are very important here. जैसे here this unit digit is very important, divisibility is very important, remainder theorem is very important, LCM HCF is very important, number of zeros कभी आता है कभी नहीं आता, ठीक है. So first you should understand what the topic is within number system. These are the subtopics, है ना. इसमें you need to understand some things कि कैसे कैसे हो रहा है. Today we will try to see types of numbers, ठीक है. Also we will try to see face and place value. Let's start with face and place value first, ठीक है. Then we will move to the types of numbers जिसमें decimal and all those things, right. चलो let's see place and face value. Now what are place and face value? Can you tell me how many digits are there? Can you tell me how many digits are there? What are digits? In our system, how many digits are there? Can you tell me the number of digits? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What is your name? Arshiti. Shrishti, sorry. Shrishti, okay. How many digits are there? अरे digits बता दो कितनी है. So there are 10 digits. 10 digits. 10 digits. What are these 10 digits? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now there are two concepts, place value and face value, right? So what are the face values? Face values of the digits are the digits itself. So suppose I want you to find what is the face value of 5. Face value of 5. Can you tell me the face value of 5? I am telling you, face value is the number itself. What is the face value of 5? What is the face value of 5? Shrishti, okay. So face value of 5 is 5 itself. ठीक है. Face value of 5 is 5 itself. Similarly, face value of 6. So face value of 6 will be 6 itself. So first thing is face value of any number is the number itself. Face value is nothing but number या digit. I can say, don't say number because the two digit numbers are there. We want to see digits itself. Digits itself. Done. Digits itself. Now, can you tell me how many, what are non-zero digits? Non-zero digits. Can you tell me non-zero digits? Because in questions they will give you have to frame some numbers with non-zero digits. So you should know what are the non-zero digits. So when you are talking about non-zero digits, you have to remove 0. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Can you tell me what are the even digits? Even digits. What are the odd digits? What are the even digits? What are the odd digits? Can you tell me? So odd digits are 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. ठीक है. Even digits 0 can be considered sometimes. जैसे 0 is at the end of it 10 में, तो वो that becomes an even number. तो 0 ले सकते हो 2, 4, 6 and 8. ठीक है. या you can do this. ठीक है. You do this 2, 4 6 8, ठीक है, 0. Done. So these are even digits, odd digits, non-zero digits. I have told you the face value. Now let's look at the place value. Now let's discuss place value. Place value. ठीक है. Suppose a number is there. Suppose let me give you a number like 57324. 57324, and I am asking you what is the place value of number 5 here. ठीक है. So what people do is this. क्या करेंगे? Units digit, 10 digit, 100, 1000, 10,000. So I will multiply 5 with 10,000. How I like to do it is, suppose I am asking you what is the place value of 5. So I will do this. 5, how many digits are there after 5? 4. So place value of 5 is 50,000. Suppose I want to find the place value of 7. So I will write 7. How many digits are there after 7? 3. So 3 digits here, 7,000. Suppose I want to find the place value of 3. 3, how many places are there after this? 300. 220. This is directly 4. So the place value of 5 is 50,000. The place value of 7 is 7,000. The place value of 3 is 300. The place value of 2 is 20. And the place value of 4 is 4. Understood? Don't get confused. Okay, unit digit, tens, hundreds, 10,000, 1,000, 10,000, and now I have to multiply this. Don't do this. Take a number, extend the number you want to find the place value of, see how many digits are there to the right of it, just place so many zeros to the right of it, and you can find the place value of the given number. Okay, understood? इसमें किसी को दिक्कत है? Can we start solving questions based on place value and face value? करें? करें start? चलो, let me give you a question. This is a question. What is the difference between the face value of 3 and 9 in the number 569563? You need to tell me what is the difference between the face value of 3 and 9 in 569563. रोनित आया है आज? रोनित है आज बैच में? रोनित, यू वांटेड दिस ना कि बेसिक्स एक बार और करवा दो. हो गए आपके बेसिक्स आज वापस रिवाइज? ठीक है. सो लेट्स सी हियर व्हाट डू वी वांट टू फाइंड. वी वांट टू फाइंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द फेस वैल्यू ऑफ 3. व्हाट इज द फेस वैल्यू ऑफ 3? 3 itself. फेस वैल्यू ऑफ 9 is 9 itself. The difference is nothing but 9 minus 3, which is 6. So the answer to this question is 6. Okay, done? Understood? Can't be determined. nahi. The face value is the digit itself. Digit 3 has face value 3. Digit 9 has face value 9. What is the difference between these two? 6. Okay, done? Okay, chalo next. Let's try to solve next question. What is the difference between the place value of 7 and 6 in this number? Try to find the difference between the face value or place value of 7 and 6 in the given number. First, we need to find the place value of 7. 7. How many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 2 3 4. Place value of 6. 6. How many digits? 1 2. 1 2. So now we need to find the difference. Difference is equal to 7 0 0 0 0 minus 600. 0 0. If someone doesn't know how to subtract this, I am telling you. Now you can't subtract 6 from 0. So you need to take carry. 6 gone. Here we will write 10. Again we need something here. So we will write 9 here. We will write 10 here. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9. 6. 69400. 69400. The answer is option B. The answer is option B. Understood? Got it? Chalo. Next question. What is the difference between the place value of 2 and face value of 8 in 2484? 2484. So we need to find the difference between place value of 2 and face value of 8. So place value of 2, 2 0 0 0. Face value of 8 equals to 8. Difference we need to find is 2000 minus 8, which is 1992. Okay, done. Understood? कोई दिक्कत? This is the most easy topic in number system. ठीक है, इसीलिए basic से we are going. I just told you types of equations, how to frame equations, and now we are starting with the least important. लीस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट तो नहीं बोलना चाहिए, प्लेस वैल्यू और फेस वैल्यू के क्वेश्चंस है, लेकिन लीस्ट डिफिकल्ट टॉपिक. ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट स्टार्ट करें. नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज द प्लेस वैल्यू ऑफ 6 इन द ग्रेटेस्ट 5 डिजिट नंबर formed by using the digit 38695 without repetition of digit? So first you need to find the largest 5 digit number from 38695. Okay, first find the 5 digit number, greatest 5 digit number from 38695. So largest में we want to take the largest possible digit to the leftmost possible, है ना? So we will start with 9, then 8, then 6, then 5, and then 3. The largest 5 digit number possible from these 5 digit is 98653. 98653. 98653. In this we need to find the place value of 6. So place value of 6 is equal to 6. How many digits are after this? 2. 600. The answer to this question is option C, which is 600. ठीक है? Don't worry. ठीक है? अभी when you are learning ना, तो incorrect हुआ तो क्या demotivated feel करना है? Suppose you have not solved your maths after 10th. Today for the first time now you are seeing maths again. Do I expect you to solve everything correctly? No. है ना? You should not also. ठीक है? लेकिन after learning today, learning the things I am telling you today, and after practicing the questions which you will get, right? Daily you will get DPPs. In the end you will get weekly test. After completing the class, solving the PYQs, solving the DPPs, then you should expect कि now I am in a state where I can solve the problems. अभी आंसर सही गलत से ज्यादा try to understand why this is correct and why you were doing is incorrect. ठीक है? So उसमें ध्यान दो. Don't try to put extra pressure on yourself. Done? चलो. Right? सपोज दिस इज द क्वेश्चन, ठीक है, टेक 2 minutes, आई एम गिविंग यू 2 or 3 minutes, then I will start discussing this, ठीक है. Try to see what is written and then try to answer, right? Last problem is wrong. क्या है problem में दिक्कत? What is the difference between the place value of 2 and the face value of 8 in 2484? Place value of 2 is 2000, face value of 8 is 8, तो 2000 minus 8 is 1992. सही तो है? What is the problem here? This is a correct question. This I think is one of your PYQs. ठीक है? Done? चलो solve this question. Again, I am giving you 2 minutes. Try to answer. Done? Done with this question? हो गया? So here what we need to do, what is the difference between the digits that occupy? पहले तो write the number. First rearranged in ascending order. We need to first rearrange this number in ascending order. Ascending order means increasing order. Increasing order. So what is the smallest digit? 1. Then 2. Then 3, then 4, then 5, then 7, then 8, then 9. Now here, this is the right side, this is right, and this is the left side. This is the left side. Okay, this is the right side, this is the left side. What the question is asking you, what is the difference between the digits that occupy the 4th position from the right? 4th position from the right is 1, 2, 3, 4. The one of the number is 5. And 3rd position from the left. 3rd position from left is 1, 2, 3. 3rd position from left is 3. So required difference is 5 minus 3, which is 2. The answer to this question is option C, 2. Okay? Done? समझ आया ये? Understood? Right? So this is what I wanted to tell you कि mathematics में when you start solving something, basics are required. I will tell you tomorrow कहाँ पे. देखो, let me show you a problem, है ना? Let me show you a problem जहाँ पे those things are required. Let me show you a problem. जैसे, ठीक है, this is given to you, है ना? You don't need to solve this. I will explain how to solve these questions tomorrow. A 2-digit number, the sum of the 2 digit is 8. In a 2-digit number, the sum of the digit is 8. So suppose a 2-digit number is AB. We don't know the number 2-digit number. When they say the sum of the digit is 8, that means A plus B equals to 8. Now, if you don't know how to make sense of this line, you can write this. And if you can't write this, you can't solve this problem. That's why I say before starting mathematics, you should understand how to change language, English language to mathematical equations. वो necessary है. We'll see how to solve these problems tomorrow. Okay, for today, the equation part and this basic topic which is place value and face value is more than enough. Tomorrow onwards we will start with the core number system topics. Tomorrow we will start with types of numbers. So your task today is, I am giving you this. You will find this in the PPT also, है ना? Go home and see what are real numbers, what are rational numbers, what are fractions, what are integers, what are even numbers, what are odd numbers. Have a basic idea of it, and then I will try to explain to you all of these types of numbers. We will start with the basic types of numbers tomorrow, and then we will go ahead from there, right? You can take a screenshot of this and try to find out the definition of different types of numbers. Okay? Tomorrow YT, I don't know, most probably this was the only YT class. Okay? This time they told me that there is only one free YT class. Tomorrow I'll be there in the batch. Okay? You can find the batch link in the description. Okay? Done? है ना? आज थोड़ा ज्ञान हो गया ज़्यादा. मोटिवेशन कभी कभी ज़रूरी होता है, बट what I was trying to say, internal motivation चाहिए. बाहर वाला motivation fades away. It doesn't work. Okay? So we'll meet tomorrow. Have a good day. Right? I hope this session was useful to you. अगर कोई भी, if you have any doubt regarding anything, है ना, always you can connect. कहाँ पे गया QR? This is the QR. You are connect with me on Telegram. वैसे तो Telegram पे students know. Telegram पे response are delayed. Mostly I reply to all the people who text me on WhatsApp. WhatsApp पे भी pending है. I know अभी चालू हो जाएंगे सब गाली देना सर को कि सर reply नहीं कर रहे. I'll most probably reply tomorrow morning. I will get some time, तो मैं तब reply करता हूँ. Okay? Up to then, have a good time. Take care of yourself. Bye bye. Thank you very much for attending. If there are any doubts from your end, you can ask. I am here for the next 2 minutes. कुछ doubts है YT or the class, you can ask your doubts. I am here for the next 2 minutes. App doesn't allow us to take screenshot. तो ठीक है, you will get the PDF at the end in the batch ना. Batch section में जो PDF मिलेगा, save it. वहाँ से you can see this page. Okay? Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Have a good day. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye.